Nice. Okay. How have you been handling the recyclables that get generated at your startups, as well as in your house till now? How have you been working around it, and what was the major problem that you have faced with handling such recyclables?
Okay, initially there was no thought of recycling, so we used to give it to the BBMP vehicle that comes right at your doorstep and picks it up. They tell you to segregate, however, it gets mixed up in the vehicle itself. So this was something I was not understanding because a lot of effort was put in in segregating the stuff, but eventually it gets mixed at the vehicle and probably it's being dumped somewhere. And so I felt that this is not the right way. The concept going forward should be cradle to cradle and not cradle to grave. And as we know that the landfills across Bangalore or in the outskirts of Bangalore are filling by the hour, by the second, and the city produces about 4,800 tons of waste per day. So I felt as a citizen of this beautiful country, I have to contribute. So I started hunting for people who are actually into the recycling of waste business. And that's when I approached Sahas way back in 2013, just before I left for my second master. And the relationship has been established since then. But then two more players came into the picture, second one being Trash to Cash and Ecocrew. So these guys have been doing a fabulous job in collecting the waste, the segregated waste, and ensure they do not end up in landfills. So that has been the trend that I've been following for the last 10 years. So this is true with the waste that I generate from my companies as well as from my home. In fact, I have a point to add for Trash to Cash and to Sahas. We need to take the waste and go. So I used to load it in my electric two-wheeler and go right in front of people for people to know exactly what's happening. So I have been inquired by quite a few people here as to where I'm taking the trash. And when I told them that I'm giving to recycling, agencies located not too far away, they expressed interest, but I'm really not sure if they have taken up a similar initiative to hand over their dry waste to these recyclers.
What has been the advantage of Ecocrew that you see in terms of their service? And do you see any major pain points there, or do you see how has your experience been with Ecocrew altogether?
I bumped into Ecocrew, I think about 2 or 3 months ago. There were quite a few people who were standing outside Star Bazaar at Akshay Nagar, and then they were distributing these pamphlets. Since I already had 2 recyclers in my list, I just felt probably there is no need to reach out to another one. But I moved away and then came back again to inquire more. And when I found out that these guys were doing things differently, in the sense they were coming right at your doorstep to pick up the segregated trash, which is great. So you save on time in going to the recycling agency itself. And point number 2, they had a very beautiful point system, something which is not heard of in this particular domain. They provided this point system in the sense that it's a kind of an incentive for customers to adopt, to recycle their waste rather than just give it to BBMP, where eventually ending up in landfill. So this is a very strong point which Ecocrew presented, and I completely, found that attractive to start off with. And the last 3 or 4 months, I think I've had an excellent, rapport with the team. I'm glad that none of my waste goes to the landfill. So the same trend is being followed. I think we can take this relationship to much greater heights. And so I would like to congratulate Ecocrew for their fabulous, work. It's just not the soldier at the border or the farmer at the field who's feeding us or protecting us like the soldier does, but it's about citizens taking initiatives and companies such as Ecocrew coming forward, making themselves stand counted that here we are wanting to do service to the nation.
Yes. What would be your one-liner statement to all our viewers who are going to watch this in terms of adopting this lifestyle of recycling?
My waste is my responsibility.
Nice. That's a great way to end. Thanks for your time, Avinash. You have a good day ahead.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed.